So, what's the wait time on getting a Rolex? Let's just say you entry level Rolex Submariner. What's the average wait time?
Average wait time, probably 1 to 2 years. There's several other varying factors that are kind of peppered in there that will put you further up or further down the list.
Now, the 1 to 2 years. This is from an authorized Rolex dealer.
Not secondhand. Authorized dealer. Find your authorized dealer in your area. Go to the Rolex website. Put in your general location, and it's going to pull up an authorized dealer. Not going to be a secondhand jewelry store that they're going to say we have the most Rolexes in the area. Got to go to an authorized dealer.
Warranted and everything.
5-year warranty. Got to go in. Got to find some guy at Rolex, and whoever that guy is, pick your guy, stick with him.
So, you got yours from Rolex. What's the name of the place?
I got mines from the
And just give me a quick rundown. What type of Submariner did you choose?
I ended up getting a standard Date Submariner, black face, black bezel.
Stainless band?
Correct.
Oyster?
All Oyster steel on this one.
And just give me a quick rundown. Describe the delivery process.
It is second to none. When you go in, when that sales guy calls you and he says, I need you to come in, take a look at something, you go in, the delivery, everything is top notch. You realize the small little details that they do. You realize the guy picks up one of your watches that you were wearing when you tried it on, and he sized your links, and when you put it on, it's perfect when you put it on. He goes through everything. The box, the warranty, the papers, everything it's absolutely perfect. It's an experience like you've never been through.
Now, I've purchased some new watches before, varying degree, price range, stores. But what you described to me as far as how a Rolex and even the entry-level Submariner, if you would call it that, only saying that because it's one of their lower priced watch options. In what size?
This is a 41 millimeter.
So this is going to be one of the lower priced options in the 41 millimeter. That's I don't know if there's much to say about entry Rolex, but that's why I say that. But what you described to me as far as the amount of work that goes into unboxing this, I would have never imagined.
Oh, the way that they present it in the box, the guy has the gloves on, everything that he does, amazing experience. It's one of the few pleasures in life that you'll have that's ever going to be like that.
Now, I will say this, something that was very funny was last night we were at dinner and the server made a point to compliment you on your watch.
The people that know, they know. When you walk, when you go through a crowd, it's very easy, if you know what you're looking at, to look at someone and say, that guy has a Daytona, that guy has a GMT, that guy has a Submariner, that guy has a Sky Dweller. You know, and it's almost comical to catch, like make eye contact with somebody and they see that you saw it and they kind of just nod and they know that you went through the process, you went through what they did, and you got it.
And your process isn't over yet because you've already selected your next one.
Yes. So, next watch on order, Batman, Oyster Link, GMT Master 2.
So for those who aren't fully aware, your watch isn't technically on order per se.
Correct.
You're on a wait list.
For the allocation.
So can you give just a little bit of info?
You're going to walk in and you have to realize that you might have money and you're just the same as everybody else. You're not special. There's hundreds of other people ahead of you and you're going to have to wait. We'll not say that it's 100% no deposits on certain models. They will take a deposit if they have availability and they can get you the watch. If you know which watches are available. I'm not going to throw names out so that people start rushing towards those watches and buying them overnight, but there are some watches, certain styles, that you can go in and they might allow you to put a deposit on.
So I'm sure there's tons of folks out there interested in picking up a Submariner, probably kicking themselves for not having gotten it 2-3 years ago when they had a great opportunity to, and now they're faced with the disappointment, per se, of walking into a Rolex authorized dealer and being told, we will put you on the list, please allow 1 to 2 years at a minimum.
Those people, they're going to have to deal with it.
But you can get them.
You can get the watch. It is not impossible to get the watch. Nothing is impossible. You can do it if you're willing to go through it and put in the work and do what you need to do.
But the last thing you should do, the absolute last thing you should do, is go through the work, do what you need to do, get the watch, and then try to sell it. Worst situation that you could ever put yourself in. If you do that, that dealer, if you try to go back and they find out you don't have that watch, you are going to blacklist yourself. You will never get another Rolex in your life, and this is company-wide. You go into the database, and if you're blacklisted, you're never going to get another watch. So make the right decision. Was there another watch that you were considering besides the Rolex Submariner, or was this it?
This was the one.
Because your other collections include, or other watches in your collection include,
I have a Speedmaster that I recently acquired. I have some people call it a Mark 4.5 day-date Speedmaster that's probably from the early 80s, and I also have a Luminox 1801 automatic.
So just as a quick recap summary of this introduction to buying your first Rolex introduction, what would you say for anyone potentially interested in visiting their authorized Rolex dealer, befriending the salesperson, developing this relationship, putting their name on the wait list? What would you say to them as far as what watch they should wear when they visit?
I think you should choose the watch that you love the most and put it on, because if you like watches, you're into horology, it doesn't matter. You're gonna go in there, they're not gonna judge you. They're gonna see that you have something different. I wore my Luminox when I went into Rolex. I wore Speedmaster when I went into Rolex. Nobody told me anything. Actually, my sales guy rather liked my Luminox when I went in there, and he picked it up and he played with it a little bit. So it's all in you showing who you are and what you have and being proud of it. Nobody's there to judge you. They know that you want to buy the watch, and it's going to take you showing that you want to buy the watch. That's what it's going to take to get it.